Hi everyone, welcome to YourPedia and this is Shobha. So we are going to solve one more very interesting exercise from the book of Manhattan, and this is going to be your exercise number 32nd. Now here I'm trying to bring up making it easy for you how to solve these questions. First is I'm going to provide you some of the essential tricks which are very necessary, like there was like when the statement starts with while, when the statement starts with although, when the statement has like lots of these hacks. Second is like how to solve the, you can say, 6 options provided to you and how you can eliminate the wrong ones, right? So it is very easy to do, or you can say to solve the questions by elimination method because it makes you easy, and there are lots of different vocabulary related to the, not related to the sentence actually, right? So let's solve the question number 32nd now. Here they are trying to provide us the etymologies of the words alpha and omega could not be more different. Now I always tell you, whenever there's a comma, punctuation, pause over it and you need to wait. First we need to understand it out. The etymologies means origin of the words of alpha and omega. Now we have two words, like one is alpha, other is omega, and they are trying to tell us that their origin of the word, study of origin of the word, could not be more different. Means it is very different. It already means that means it is very different, right? And for the ones who were not aware about the meaning of etymology, that is study of origin of word, right? So the etymologies of the word alpha and omega could not be more different. That is means they are very different. The former, that is the first one, is obscure. Obscure means confusing. We are not clear that from where the word alpha actually originated, right? The original symbol for alpha was an ox head. So it is considered that the symbol, like the origin of alpha, was an ox head. And an ox is alp in Phoenician. So it is like ox is called as an alp. From there the word, it is like quite confusing one to know that from where the word alpha originated. So it's obscure. Obscure means confusing, not clear. So they are trying to say that first one is very different. While the later. Now I told you whenever the statement means while, that means the other one, here obscure, this won't be. The later means the second one. The omega won't be obscure. That is, it won't be obscure. Means it would be very clear. If first one was confusing, it will be not confusing. It will be a clear one. It will be an easy one. So here, as omega simply means big O. So what they wanted to say is that there are two words, first is alpha and omega. They have a very different, you can say, origin from where the words originated. The alpha is quite complicated, confusing, because it is not aware, like alp, ox head, so we are not aware from actually the origin of alpha. But omega, while is there, so while automatically means that is something opposite to obscure. That it is quite simple to understand. Now let's study the 6 meanings, 6 options provided to us. First is transparent. As we all know, transparent means something that is very clear, like very clear, you can say crystal like, clear thought in your head, something like that. So that is transparent. Complicated means something that is complex, or you can say involved, entangled one. So it is complex, entangled, something that is confusing, we cannot understand it in one go. Overt is same way, that means something that is very plain, very clear, very simple, so you can call it as overt. Next is your erudite. Erudite means someone who is like a scholar, who is highly learned. So you can call a person erudite when he is highly learned fellow, जिसको बहुत कुछ आता है, बहुत कुछ उसने सीखा हो. Next is your abstruse. Abstruse means like something that is difficult to understand, like it is very common to obscure, जिसको समझना बहुत tough है, difficult to understand. ठीक है, समझना difficult हो गया. Next is your scholarly. Scholarly means something that is very serious, like जिसमें बहुत seriousness है या पढ़ना difficult है, so that is involving seriousness or something. That is termed as scholarly. So these are the 6 options for you. Now as I told you, elimination method से options को figure out करना बहुत easy है. तो how will be done? Now first is transparent. Now first check out कि जिनका कोई relation नहीं है. अब स्कॉलरली पर्सन का कोई रिलेशन नहीं है, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट. हमें चाहिए कोई सिंपल वर्ड. ऑब्सक्योर मीन्स समथिंग दैट इज कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. वी वांट अ वर्ड व्हिच इज नॉट ऑब्सक्योर, दैट इज व्हिच मीन्स समथिंग दैट इज वेरी सिंपल. So this has no relation. Erudite has got no relation, right? अब obscure ही नहीं चाहिए, सेम वर्ड तो हमें चाहिए, इट इज सिनोनिम. दिस इज ऑल्सो कैंसल्ड आउट. कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कभी obscure का मतलब ही आ गया तो दिस ऑल्सो गेट्स कैंसल्ड आउट. व्हाट आर द टू लेफ्ट? मतलब ट्रांसपेरेंट एंड overt, which means synonym, कि वो चीज का मतलब बहुत ज्यादा प्लेन है, क्लियर है, सिंपल है, जिसको एक ही गो में आप समझ सकते हो, राइट? सो द आंसर्स वुड बी ट्रांसपेरेंट एंड overt, right? So let's study the explanation provided in the book also. The etymology of alpha is described as obscure, and the word while implies that the etymology of omega will not be obscure. So here they are also targeting कि while आ गया तो opposite contradiction होगी ही होगी. एक का मतलब obscure था तो दूसरे का मतलब क्या होगा? Not obscure. Both transparent and overt carry the same meaning. Obviously they are the synonyms. Complicated and abstruse are the opposite of what you want, and neither erudite nor scholarly are particular. ये दोनों तो relevant ही नहीं है. तो क्या आ जाएगा? ये तो सेंटेंस में काउंट ही नहीं होंगे. तो क्या ऑप्शंस बचे? ट्रांसपेरेंट एंड ओवर्ट, राइट? सो हियर इट इज कुड नॉट बी मोर डिफरेंट, मतलब है ही डिफरेंट. पहले वाला ऑब्सक्योर है तो दूसरे वाला ऑब्सक्योर नहीं होगा. वाइल आ गया, कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन है. क्लियर हो गया? नेक्स्ट इज एरोडाइट, वही आ गया, बहुत ज्यादा जो पर्सन है जिसके बाद बहुत नॉलेज है, लर्नड फेलो है, एजुकेटेड है, कल्टिवेटेड है, स्कॉलर है, स्मार्ट है, स्टूडियस है. So that is literate, erudite आ गया, ठीक है. Next is your abstruse, that is something that is very difficult to understand, complex है, hidden है, समझ नहीं सकते हो, puzzling है, तो it is quite related to obtuse only, ठीक है. तो next आ गया आपके पास etymology. etymology का मतलब क्या होता है? Study of origin of word, कि कोई word कैसे बना था. biblio word का मतलब है book, chrono का मतलब है time, geo का मतलब है earth, तो जियोलॉजी, स्टडी ऑफ दैट, बिब्लियोग्राफी आ जाता है, तो बुक की स्टडी. तो कोई वर्ड कैसे बना है उसे बोलते हैं एटमोलॉजी, ठीक है. तो सोर्स, रूट, ओरिजिन. नेक्स्ट इज योर ऑब्सक्योर. आई टोल्ड यू समथिंग विच इज वेरी कंफ्यूजिंग, कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, जिसको आप वन गो में समझ नहीं सकते हो, दैट इज टर्म्ड एज ऑब्सक्योर. एम्बिग्यूअस है, हिडन मीनिंग है उसमें, कंफ्यूजिंग है, ठीक है. वर्ड क्या आ जाता है? कोई चीज है बहुत प्लेन है, ओपन है, नॉट सीक्रेट है, जिसको हम वन गो में समझ सकते हैं, दैट इज overt. In some countries, racial prejudice is overt and not disguised in the least. तो कहीं कंट्रीज में racial prejudice practice बहुत easily देखी जाती है, ठीक है, ओपन है, विजिबल है. लास्ट इज योर ट्रांसपेरेंट. ट्रांसपेरेंट आपको पता, दैट इज समथिंग, एक तो कुछ क्लियर है, देख सकते हैं, मतलब फ्रॉम बोथ द साइड्स इट इज विजिबल. So it is termed as clear, visible, or you can say see-through. So when I wrap the gifts, I always use transparent tape because it does not distract the cute wrapping. So here transparent was that, but other in this sentence transparent means कि किसी चीज को बहुत easily आप समझ सकते हो. The person is very transparent means he does not hide any feelings in his heart or something like that. So in this case transparent is even used, right? So this was a very simple exercise and this way I introduced you. अगर while starting में आ जाता है, बीच में आता है, तो कैसे कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी से हमें उस चीज को समझना है. ओके, so that was all and I hope you are able to understand these exercises. One by one we'll be solving all the exercise in one go and keep learning, keep preparing and all the best. Take care, bye bye.